The game was a lot closer than the final score indicates, of course. Got a couple stops, scored in transition a little bit, got downhill, got to the foul line. And once it got into double digits, it stayed right there at, about 9 to 12 or something like that for probably 5 minutes. And then I thought our zone attack was really good. Their defense, they're phenomenal. I think they were 8th in the country coming in to today's game defensively. Our zone attack was a part of that, but down the stretch it was mostly our press attack and the attack versus some of their half-court trapping. I just thought we executed it pretty well. Passed it pretty well. Had 5 turnovers in the second half, playing with that lead with 10 in the first half. Not a very good sign there at halftime, but fixed it and played well offensively down the stretch.
You mentioned halftime. What were those conversations like in terms of adjusting?
Watch some film. Our attention to detail with their shooters was not where it needed to be. Our blocking out was not where it needed to be. Long rebounds. We had some live ball turnovers that were a little bit uncharacteristic. We're trying to get out and force tempo. It was a battle of tempos, really. Although they play fast offensively, they generally they've done a really good job of making people play to late clock defensively with their size and their discipline. They're elite defensively. They really are. And so, again, the final score is not indicative. But playing with that lead late, I thought we, again, did a really good job staying spaced, sharing it, facing up versus pressure, advancing it, and finishing.
Go to the far side. You all's field goal percentage today was 50%, but you also shot 4 of 21 from 3. Will the 3-ball have more emphasis next game?
Yeah, every day. Let's make all of them, But sometimes when you're playing against high-level defenses, that's what happens. I liked our looks today. Had a 2-point pull-up mid-first half that was an F shot for us, the way we categorize them. And we took a couple C's, but we also had a bunch of A's, and some of those are going to go down. But it gives you an opportunity. We didn't turn it over, get a chance to chase it on the glass. We're pretty good in the offensive glass. We're improving in that category. And I want our guys playing with confidence and playing downhill.
What did you think about, did you guys get in a rhythm early in the game, or did you kind of feel like, what changed to kind of even things out?
I think just getting stops allowed us to play in space a little bit more. Probably along with Cannon. He had a really good 5-minute stretch there where he made some plays, passes, also scored it himself, hit a big 3 in front of our bench. Jeremiah getting downhill, drawing fouls. A little more aggressive in the second half, playing through contact. They're very physical. They're very big. Again, they were very prepared. And we hadn't played in 11 days, and the first few minutes of the game, it just didn't feel like probably to everybody in the building that we were in a good offensive rhythm. Cincinnati had a lot to do with that.
Blue was just saying y'all had one of your best practices about 2 days ago.
Yeah.
What stood out to you about that practice, and how do you think that carried into today?
Accountability, edge, passion, competitive spirit. Communication was at a high level, which it wasn't today in the first half. And sometimes these environments can be difficult for young people, right? Playing in State Farm Arena in front of, neutral site on ESPN. I don't think we handled that level of communication as well as we did 2 days ago, right? But the more you do it in practice, it gives you a better chance to have some carryover in games like this. But he was right. 2 days ago was probably our best practice of the year. Pretty good yesterday. But sometimes our guys know day before a game is a little different. And so we'll continue to address that. But these guys, they work. They like to compete. And they're bought into continuing to grow, especially defensively. Second half today might have been complemented by 3 or 4 really tough breaks that we got late clock by them. One was a late clock foul, and then 2 or 3 late clock contested threes that they made. And with those, even considering those, it was probably our best defensive half.
What is about this team? Obviously, you put up some impressive numbers offensively.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything that stands out that, I'm sure the guys love playing like that. You didn't quite reach your average today.
Yeah.
But, what is it that stands out to you about this team that has allowed them to put up so many big offensive?
Depth, balance, acceptance of knowing I'm not going to play 37 minutes because we're playing 11 guys. That takes some maturity and some character. You know, it could have gone the other way on us. And then we're playing 8 different guys each game. But we've got a really healthy locker room, and we've got a high skill level. It's I said it really when the portal closed, it's probably the best passing team I've ever coached. Our turnovers need to come back down. But assist turnover ratio is pretty good. It could be really good here in the next couple months if we continue to grow. But 1 through 4 in certain lineups have the ability to pass, dribble, and shoot, and that's what good offensive teams have. And we play a couple lineups where 1 through 5 can do that.
Mike, some of these computer metrics have Georgia pretty high. Is that a good indication of the quality of ball you guys have been playing so far this season?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, you go back and you look at where we were. We played an exhibition on the road and won by 3. They had a chance to tie it. We've come a long way. We continue to get better. This was the 5th high major opponent, if I'm not mistaken. We would have liked, everybody likes to win all their games, but Clemson's really good. Can't have that one back, but we learned some things from it. This one could have gone either way there for about 35 minutes. So another good win for us. You know, Xavier continues to play well, and you hope all those teams have success. But we're focused on the next one. We will be when we get back. Next practice first and foremost. But again, this group's fun to coach, and they like to work. It's a fun team to coach and practice because we get after it.
You all went 20 to 26 on free throws. How would you grade the team's aggressiveness and ability to get to the line today?
Very good, and we needed to do that. We talked about celebrating fouls especially against certain teams that get out there and pressure you, of course, and force you to drive it. They're a very physical team, and I mean that with all respect. We got to get more physical, right? And we knew if we put some pressure on the rim and drove through some physicality, we'd be able to draw some fouls. Got to make threes at a higher clip offensively. Got to turn it over a little bit less.
You're excited about, you kind of touched on this with this team, since it's so many new guys kind of coming together with college sports.
Yeah.
In a nutshell anyway, but with this team, if you're already kind of where you are now, coming together, where you can be a month from now, 2 months from now, tell me about where is this?
Yeah, I think we have a high ceiling.
Together, you know?
Yeah, I do, and our ceiling's higher than it is right now. Like we're capable again of being better in certain areas than we were today. Cincinnati is too, though. You know, it's still non-conference, and you want to max out, of course, and you want to be hitting your stride at the right time. That said, you know, again, when the portal closed and we knew who our 15 were, we thought we'd be pretty good. And that said, in addition, we've got a lot of tough ones ahead of us. You know, we've got a few more here before we get into the SEC. The SEC, I don't care what people are writing right now. It's the best league in the country. From what I understand, in the last 5 minutes, we had a pretty good day, you know, with some other teams, and every one of those is going to be like today was. It's a heck of a league. So, growth is our mantra. Let's keep getting better and see where it takes us.
With a career high 22 points for Luke today, how have you seen him grow?
That's a career high.
With him? Yeah.
That's surprising. He's probably had
That's what he was saying.
18 to 22 a bunch, or 18 to 21 right in there. He had 15 at one point, maybe at halftime. I thought late first half, early second half, I thought he looked a little gassed. And he was making some plays on his own. And he flies around defensively as well, and we ask him to do a lot. We're pressing, and he's fighting through screens. He's become a very good defender. Down the stretch, fortunately, Jeremiah and Smurf, again, Cannon, Kareem Stagg, all those guys stepped up a little bit to help him offensively.
What goes through your mind when you see Luke King get fouled on a three-pointer because Wes was not very happy?
That the free throws are probably going in.
Yeah.
Yeah. That he's turned into an elite free throw shooter.
Any other questions, Mike?
How does a game like this prepare you for SEC play? How ready do you feel right now?
Not ready. I'll probably say that after the first SEC game, you know, because we just want to continue to get better throughout the year. But these games obviously prepare you. But we've played some pretty good mid-majors too, and we'll continue to play some good mid-major programs leading into SEC play, and they all give you opportunities to learn more about yourselves, you know, positives, weaknesses. But Cincinnati in particular, we told our guys going into this one, Cincinnati's probably right there with Clemson, the best teams that we've played. And as good as Clemson is defensively, they're probably even better defensively. And I think our guys embrace that. I probably hyped up their defense too much. It's probably why we were a little bit stagnant early in the game. But they're good, and they're going to win games. And I respect, again, the way that they defend. We good? Pizza time. Go Dogs.